Hi, hello, my dear students. Good morning. Welcome back to your computer classes. So, this is our first class in third term. So, we can give a fresh start. Page number 163. You have your ninth lesson, Internet Online Surfing. So, we can start our third term with this lesson. Internet. It is not a new term to you. We are each and everybody of us are exploiting the use of internet nowadays in this present scenario. So, you know what is internet. And today in this lesson we are going to study about some rules you should follow while using internet. All the points which we are going to cover in this lesson are very important, not only for your exams, but you have to keep each and every point in this lesson in your mind when you use internet. Browsing may be a word you are familiar. Browsing is also a word similar to search, but here you know particularly what you want to search. But when you go for surfing, it is also a word similar to search, but the difference is that you don't have anything particular to search. You just, when you get free time, what you will do? You will just open the social media and you just scroll through it. If any one of the news catches your eye, you will click that link and you will go for that news. You will read that news. Inside that also you can see many other links of related topics. If any one of the topic is in your interest, you will click that particular link and you will go to that page. So, such type of searching is called surfing. Okay, such type of searching is called surfing. So, that is the difference between browsing and surfing. So, that is our lesson, Internet Online Surfing. Okay, and page number 164, we can start our lesson with fair internet usage. Fair internet usage. So, what is fair internet usage? Fair means correct way. How can we use internet in the correct way? We all are using internet. We are using internet. Our younger ones are using internet. Also, our elders are also using internet. So, is there any particular way to use internet? Actually, yes. There is a correct way to use internet. If you are going through the correct way of using internet, it is not going to give you any problems. But if not, if you are not using internet in fair way, you will gain the result. It can be advantage or disadvantage according to the person who is using the internet. It can be advantage or disadvantage. We are going to study about the fair internet usage techniques. So, let's start. Safe surfing habits. So, here you can see 5 points which you should keep in your mind from the next time you use internet. Okay, so what is the first point? Do not download free media as it may be infected with virus or malware, etc. You can see a lot more options to download. It may be games, but maybe any other applications. A lot of free applications may be seen when you are searching. And you know that 2 types of applications are there. First category is free applications. We don't want to pay anything for that. You can just download that from the Play Store. And the second category is that you have to pay an amount for downloading an application, and for using the features of the application you have to pay an amount. What we will do? We will always go for downloading free applications. Is it? It is okay, but you should be very careful when you download a free software or a free application, because it can cause virus attacks. Okay, that is the first point. Second point, very simple point but very important and effective point. It can be your name, your place, your exact location, your mobile number, your address. Don't share it in the platform. Don't share without asking your parents. Okay. Third point, change passwords regularly. Username and passwords are like key and lock, isn't it? Only if the correct password is entered, you can open the lock. So, to give more strength to your passwords, the most effective way is to change it regularly. So that nobody can guess what your password may be. And also try to use long passwords. Fourth point, do not give any payment related information ever. Let your parents handle it. Don't share any of your payment related information like your account number, PIN numbers. Don't share any of such PINs or your account number, anything that is related to payments. Anything that related to payment, don't share without asking your parents. Fifth point, try not to use public networks and computers. Wherever you may be, always try to use your own systems to access your sensitive information. That is the most safe way. So keep all these 5 points in your mind from the next time you start using internet. Okay. Next section which we are going to study is netiquette. This word means, netiquette means correct way of using internet. You can note it down, correct way of using internet. Just after this word netiquette, in your textbook page number 164, in a bracket you just write correct way of using internet. That is meant by this term. Okay, we have 6 points. While surfing internet, you should exhibit certain online behavior called netiquettes. Okay, netiquettes means safe way of using internet. And we have 6 points. We can discuss one by one. The first point, never abuse anyone online. What do you mean by abuse? Abuse means misuse. Means don't try to harass anybody or anyone through online. It is a very bad online behavior. Okay. Second point, take a stand against cyberbullying by bringing it in the notice of responsible elders or teachers. So here again you can see a new word, cyberbullying. Cyberbullying means threatening, doing harassment or threatening to a person using the internet. That means using any of the social medias with a bad intention is called cyberbullying. Okay, that is meant by the word cyberbullying. So any person are keeping in touch with you with that intention, don't wait. Please bring it in front of your parents or your elders or to your teachers. They can help you a lot. That is the only thing you need to do. Just inform your elders or your parents or your teachers. They have the solution in their hands. So that is the only thing that you need to do. Now third point, don't spam. That is, don't repeatedly send or post unwanted mails or messages. So spam. Spam means, underline the word spam and below that you write repeatedly posting unwanted message. Repeatedly sending unwanted message. So even though you know that it is a message that is of no use, it can be for in sake of advertisements or something like that. Don't send unwanted mails or messages. Don't post anything repeatedly. If it is of no use, don't spam. So don't repeatedly send any messages to anybody if it is of no use. Fourth point, write in clear language. Do not use slang. Slang means bad words. The words which is not good, bad words. So when you post something on a social media, it is something that a lot of people can see. So just keep that point in mind when you write any of the messages. Always use good language. Fifth point, remember that whatever you post online is public. Anyone can read it. Yes. When you post any photos, before posting any photos or any images or any messages on the social media, just keep in your mind that a lot of people are going to see or read or watch it. So keep that in your mind. So don't give a bad impression about you through who are watching this, or people who are, a lot of people are watching everything or anything that you are posting on the social medias. So if you are posting something that is not good, that will definitely make a bad impression about you on the people who watch this. So don't give a chance to that. Okay. Now the last point, never steal anyone else's work. If you need to use it, then ask the permission for it and give credit to the creator. If anybody had published their work on the internet and if you need that work for any of your purposes, first do ask their permission and only with their permission take that work and you can use it in your work you can use it in your own work, but after that also give the credit of that particular work to its owner itself. Okay, because you just used somebody's work, so don't take the credit as yourself, give the credit to the person who actually made it. Okay, so these are the 6 safe habits that you should keep in your mind while using internet. Okay. Next section. Now the next section, potential threats. Potential threats. Threats means danger. So now in the first 2 sections we studied about the safe habits that you should keep in your mind when you use internet, and in the next section we are going to study about the problems that you may face when you use internet or the disadvantages of the internet. Theft and fraud. First point, theft and fraud. Theft means stealing something. Did you heard the word hacking? Hacking is something done by hackers. That means there is a particular section of people who have the capability guess your passwords or your usernames, and using that, and also they have a lot of tools too. So using these tools and their guess and their brilliance, the hackers can hack your account. That means they can guess what your username and password is. If any other person get your personal username and your personal password, they can clearly log into your account using that password and username, isn't it? So inside that account they can do anything, is it? So that is the reason why we studied that don't give any personal information online. That is why we studied that don't share any personal information through internet. If we had published everything and anything about you in your account, if any other person came to know your passwords, or if any other person hacked your account, he can easily get all your personal information from your account, is it? Then he can or the hacker can use it for his advantage. So don't let anybody take a chance for that. Okay. Now keep changing your passwords regularly. It can also make your account more and more stronger. Online harassment means some people use the internet platform for harassing somebody, for threatening someone. So in this section we can study what we will do, what we should do when you face such a situation. Okay, the first point is, do not respond to abusive message. If we get any messages which has some negative touch, just ignore it. You don't need to give any reply to such messages, because if a message that is having a negative touch, we can understand that the person who sent that message is having a bad intention or an intention which is not good. So we don't want to make any communication with such person. Just avoid it. That is the best thing that you should do if you get such messages. Okay. Now the second point is, take a copy of abusive message and bring it into notice of your parents, elders and teachers. Even though if you avoided such message, even though you didn't reply anything back, they may be sending messages again and again. Such a case, just show that to your parents or to your elders or to your teachers. So don't try to make a solution to such problems on your own, because such problems can be handled. It is better to handle such problems by your parents or elders. They can handle it more smoothly. That is a better way. No, that is the best way. Okay. Now the third point, keep strength, not perturbed. Perturbed means not anxious. Underline the word and write it right there. Anxious. Perturbed means anxious. Keep strength. Not be anxious. Keep strength. Not be anxious. That means if somebody is contacting you again and again with a bad intention or with a negative intention, you people don't want to be panicked, or you don't want to anxious, you don't want to get in panic, or you don't want to be anxious. You just keep calm and you just inform your parents or your elders or your teachers. You just inform your parents. You can share anything and everything to your parents, isn't it? Or we are here, we teachers are here to help you a lot. So if you are facing any such problems, you can share it with either to your elders, to your parents, or to your teachers. So they can help you a lot. You don't want to be tensed for that. Just inform your parents and they can easily find a solution to such problems. Okay, so don't panic, don't be anxious, just inform your parents or your elders or your teachers. Okay, now the last point is, but never be provoked with such message. Keep yourself busy in productive activities and stay calm. That means if you are getting such messages, you don't want to be provoked, means you don't want to be get angry, or you don't want to be respond to such person in the same way which they are reacting to us. Not need. Just leave it and just try to do something that you love. That can make your mind so cool and calm. Okay, so these all are the potential threats. That means these all are the problems which you may face. You may face while using internet. So such problems can be handled by the ways which we had discussed now. Okay,